3, 2, 1. Yes, the timer is 0. The score is 2-0 fOrGG over Jaedong in this 2008 MSL Finals. What a matchup we have here. We have Jaedong, the powerhouse Zerg, looking quite a bit less than powerhouse as fOrGG has run him over these first two games with superior play. And we have fOrGG, of course, the Terran, ready to make a name for himself. And this, the MSL, one of the biggest tournaments of the year here in Korea, South Korea, and we have quite a matchup on our hands. So how will Jaedong, previous year's MSL champion, do when he is matched up against this now starting to look scarier and scarier Terran player who has come in and won the first two games? He's got to hold here on Tiamat, or else he's going to be swept 3-0 out of the finals. I personally predicted myself that he would win in the and quite handily so in the first game of this match. So there's Never, of course, the other name of fOrGG. Wow, they've got more than one sign, and by the looks of it, they're all about 4 feet tall, too, because, well, it's actually very difficult to tell how big their legs are compared to their... Alright, enough about legs. We want to talk about Larva. We want to talk about Zerg. We want to talk about what the hell Jaedong is going to do to try to come back from this hole. His reaction is the 9 pool on Tiamat, which is, of course, the 2-player map. He's going to know exactly where his opponent is right away, and those early Zerglings will probably help him to push back the Terran right in the beginning there. Supply depot being made. You'll notice that supply depot is going to ferry the bottom patch working SCVs right up to the command center a bit quicker, so little economy boost just from the placement of those that supply depot. And early people who are just getting into StarCraft, you say, oh, that's not very important. Well, those little things do add up, and it's really annoying to hear that, but once you see a player who's doing that, and they play somebody like you, for example, or me, noob, and like gets completely owned by little things like that, you say, yeah, that could be a bit of a factor. Okay, so spawning pool is up, 3 eggs, very, very, very likely with Zerglings. Those 6 Zerglings going to be coming out onto the map, and Zerg will be taking the advantage in terms of units, of course, early game. Terran barracks into the 900s in health, 950, 960, but still the barracks will be completed on time. And here comes the scouting SCV. It's going to be ignored by 4 of the Lings, and another 1 or 2 are going to go back to chase it, exactly 2. The scouting drone is now in his opponent's base, so both players scouting each other out early. And we've got a lot of... Oh, look at this. We got 4 SCVs here who are going to be blocking the ramp. For a moment, I thought we were going to be seeing some sort of late bunker rush, but no, they're just going to block the ramp. Not sure how many Zerglings are there, but he does not want to lose to early Zergling harass. If anything's been the case, it's that fOrGG has been a total monster once he's gotten his macro management skills out into the field, and he is going to be doing so again with this 1 rack expand. So expecting to put down a barracks, maybe a bunker to hold off any sort of early attack from Jaedong. We saw July Zerg in the OSL Finals go with some fearsome all-in strategies and really take it to Much, who was a Protoss at the time, known for his macro management. I mean, he's a Protoss still, I'm betting you. But known for his macro management, and he won 3-0 in a sweep. I would have expected, perhaps, Jaedong to try to do some of the same, to try to throw his opponent off, to use some mind games, but they've played 2 very open, very, well, not very long, but some fairly good distance on those, on the time frames of those one-on-ones, and the macro management has come into effect so brilliantly that Never, or fOrGG, has been able to take the first 2 games based on his superior macro, and it has to be said, superior micro. He really managed his units well in that last game in particular, very rarely losing any units before they did their full bevy of damage, very rarely mismanaging his units in any way, shape, or form, and Jaedong at the end there lost way too many Zerglings being baited into an attack. So second barracks up, nothing really unusual yet from either player. I'm seeing Zerg. Oh, sorry, bit of a yawn attack. I should get some sort of sugar. Here we go. I got a little sugary drink here, vitamin water. Try it. It's good. Zerg hatchery up, constantly producing, and a couple more Lings. So he's not just powering drones at this point, and we saw a layer going up as well. So, Terran versus Zerg, I'm expecting to see what we've seen before, which is Mutalisk into Lurker. Hasn't worked before for Jaedong. He's tried a bunch of different stuff. He tried that expansion in the first game, the sneak expansion. A couple of Zerglings there tried to go in and harass the base, but small squadron of Marines easily able to back that off, and they say, "You go away, Zergling! We don't want none of you here." And no, they don't. They want to be able to set up that base, they want to get those minerals, and they want to be able to macro manage out of it. But doesn't look Jaedong is going to be responding to his funny imagined accent. He's going to come in with a flank here. These Zerglings doing some damage. We got some more coming in, and here we go. The SCVs are having to be pulled. All these Marines are down. This is really going to slow down any sort of thing. He's already got one SCV. He hit him right before the medics come out. That is Mondo timing here, trying to take out the medic, but that's not going to happen. A couple more Zerglings coming in. He's not going to try to scout into the base. He's trying to take out more Marines, but that's not going to happen. So what is going on here? He did quite a... I know he threw away a lot of Lings, but I think that was a very useful attack because it's going to delay the Terran push more and more and more. He's sending more and more Zerglings in here. A Firebat, two medics, and 2 Marines, so I'm not quite sure what these Zerglings are going to be able to do. They do have speed, it appears, and he's going to try to do something to micro them. More Firebats out, so bad news for Zergling fans everywhere. Firebats are in the field of play. And Stimpack as well in the field of play, so not very good here. Zergling's not a good matchup against this Marine Medic Firebat heavy group there. Oh, that's good micro. He comes in, takes off 1, takes off 2 units, and is going to be able to head off to see what he can do. All the while the Spire is up, and I'll tell you what, oh, he's going to try to sneak into the main base. He tries to sneak into the main base, the Firebats hit him, he's going to try to take out the Firebat, not going to be able to do it. Zergling comes in, he gets completely sprayed down, but meanwhile he's attacking on multiple fronts. This is very interesting, Zergling micro. He's losing a lot of Zerglings, but being very, very annoying. Meanwhile, there are 5 Firebats out for fOrGG. He is very wary of these Zergling harass, and I'll tell you what, the more Firebats are on there, the more damage his Spire is going to do, because if he's got Firebats, of course, very, very poor counter to the flying. So, oh, and he somehow got Zerglings into the base. He's going to know exactly what he's doing. He's going to know exactly what his protection is in terms of these Mutalisks coming in. He's still got one alive, does not take out the Marine, but he knows he's going up to his 3rd racks. The missile turrets are beginning to be built. They should be there in time to at least defend from these Mutalisks, and of course only, I believe he has 3 hatcheries. Yes, he has one at that ramp as well, and he's got everything ready, so that's the situation we're in right now. We have those Mutalisks up in the eggs, so next minute or so is just going to be those Mutalisks coming in and attempting to do whatever they can. We have Firebats now positioned by the minerals. fOrGG very, very wary of those Zerglings, but as we can see, he doesn't need to be at this point. A lot of missile turrets up. That's the 5th in his main base that I can see, and of course he's got the 2 and the medic Marine contingent, so looks fairly secure at this point from any sort of Mutalisk harass. I wonder if he could try Mutalisk run by even at the very top of the map. That's what I would think to do. Of course, that's probably would make me lose, as it would lose. My Mutalisk micro is total shit. Let's see here. We have Hydralisk Den, so he will be segueing into the conventional lurker play afterwards, it appears, although who knows. And he's got that expansion up in the top right corner of the map. So Jaedong doing a couple of things at once while microing around these. Takes out an SCV there, takes some missile turret hits from it, but trying to do whatever he can, keep the Terran in his base. Doesn't have to build sunken colonies while the Terran is defending from these Mutalisks. 2 more turrets. So, yeah, I'll tell you what, this is a significant investment in missile turrets at this point. I've probably seen about 10 of them, and that's 750 minerals not going to Medic Marine, not going to additional infrastructure, still only on the 3, and slowing down that factory and eventually science vessels even more. So these Mutalisks, they're not doing a whole lot of damage, but they're forcing tons of turrets, forcing fOrGG to stay in his base, so they're kind of doing their job. They're letting him transform into that extra 3rd base and lurker army without really fear of a counterattack. There's the evolution chamber to start upgrading Carapace. Of course, the engineering bay has been up for a while. The question is, has it been upgrading? The upgrade would have been a bit early if he'd started as soon as the engineering bay came out, I think, but the who knows, maybe he just went for a bit of an early upgrade. Of course, in Terran versus Zerg, the upgrades can really make a difference. If you've got an added upgrade over your opponent, you're in some trouble. So he's moving in with these Mutalisks, trying to keep the he navigated his way through those turrets. Now we're going to see what he can do with these Mutalisks. He's attacking this spawning contingent of Marines here. Look at that, just firing one at a time. He's taking out 1 SCV at a time. He's taking out 3 or 4 now, and taking out a gas SCV as well. He's really going around now targeting individual units, and there we go. Out goes the Mutalisk, and wow, they lived. Only 3 or 4 left, it looks like, although they're stacked, so who can really tell.